watch your head, watch your step.
Great, thank you.
Pick either side.
All right.
All right, how y'all doing? All right, just watch your head, watch your step. You have to go on this side. Thank you. So you had a good time?
Yeah.
So hey, let's go. My name's Captain Chris. Let's go with some safety rules. So when this boat is moving, please don't stand up. Once the say it's okay to stand up, we check like some kind of wildlife. On the right, we don't have a lot of people in the boat, so probably big of a deal. The right side remains seated, left side stand up. That way everybody gets a fair shot we're looking at. Handrails are here for your protection. Please, no cell phones, no hands, no feet. We do have gas on the boat, so there's no smoking, no vaping. If you do need life jackets, you're sitting on them. Pull that door open, you'll find a life jacket under there. Don't worry, we should need the life jackets. This boat's built like the Titanic, so we should get it. So when I say here we go, we're going to go fast.
All right.
When I get to my first no wake zone, I have to slow down by law. I'll go ahead and explain a little bit about the area. Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. But the mouth of this river opens up, they call Lake Bowen. And from Lake Bowen, you go two different ways. You can take a right and go try the big bridge you came to get here from New Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain, or you can take the left and be in the Gulf of Mexico. A little bit of boat town. Pretty impressive. So that's the Honey Island Swamp. It's 70,000 acres, 20 miles long, 10 miles wide. Lots and lots of area. And out of all that area, 70,000 acres, half of it's owned, managed, protected by the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. So if you want to come hunt back here in a public land, you don't have to pay for it. As long as you have a proper hunting license, you can come back here and hunt for free. So any guesses of what's the #1 thing that we hunt back here in the Honey Island Swamp? No guess? Gators? No. Why would you want to kill a gator? Oh. Like a TV show? No, good guess, but not gators, because legally you can only kill a gator one time a year, month of September, and you still just can't come back to like a TV show killing our gators. You have to join a lottery and get tags. Yeah. They're very hard to get them tags. So #1 thing is wild feral hogs pigs. They're very elusive. Most destructive creature we got here is the wild feral hogs. So that's the #1 thing that we hunt. Some of the stuff to be looking out as we're going down this river. It is cold, but they're just going to have turtles on the logs. The sun is out. They call slotters. We call them yellow, green ear slotters. Because you got real close and you can harvest out of the logs. Some of the birds to be looking out for, great blue heron is one of my favorites. They kind of sit on that water's edge, big blue bird. Sitting there fishing. Common egret is the white-lipped crane-looking bird. We do have antingas. They kind of swim in the water. So that's some of the stuff to be looking out for. They want me to find, they call it the Honey Island Swamp Monster. Let me see if he's here, they might have moved him. Nope, there he is. You see the Honey Island Swamp? It's called a river rock. So a lot of people watch this video on the YouTube. 1967, I got a guy by the name of Holland Ford. After a long day of hunting, he's sitting by his campfire, and he sees that Honey Island swamp monster actually cruise past his campfire. So, no cell phones back then. Mr. Holland went and bought an 8mm camera. Spent the next 3 years in the woods every weekend, and finally, that beast showed up, crossed the campfire again. If you look up YouTube, Google it, you'll see him crossing. They got castings under his feet. It is so real. People come out here on all the printouts. Can you help me find the Honey Island swamp monster? Absolutely. And I've helped you find it. That's it. So you Google it, folks, and if it's on YouTube, it has to be true, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some wildflower off to the right. You see now? Yeah, this property right here, somebody just purchased it. They used to have a bunch of trees and all that, and they didn't have the Honey Island swamp monster, but somebody purchased it, and they're making like a little wildlife picture out of it. To the right side of the boat, as you're going down the river, you're going to see a bunch of places like this. We call this a camp. Camp is nothing more to come out with your family and friends, say on a Friday afternoon, leave on a Sunday, cook. You also cross here, so after football, summertime, you jump right into your swimming pool right there. But it's pretty incredible to have this camp right here, only accessible by a boat. And right next door to it, you got a $500,000 home on it.
Wow.
All right, so back to the catfish. We're walking for 2 different reasons. Because a lot of times we come at nighttime, especially in the summertime months, you shine your light, you find your river, you find your line. Another reason I mark it, if I do all that work setting up the limb line, never touch another man's limb line, all right?
No, no.
It's not against the law, but if you do, you might get in a little fight. So just leave the man's limb line alone. Okay, look at this place over here. This is actually a house. Straight off the front of the boat. Husband and wife live there year round. That's their house. So, if you see the boat there, probably somebody's home. If the boat wasn't there, they probably ran out of beer for that refrigerator right there. They had to go make a beer. But no joke, that's a husband and wife. They live here year round. They do have electricity. They do have running water, air conditioning, heater, septic tank so it doesn't pollute our river. All the comforts of home. Just got to have a boat to get out here. You can't have a car. So they got to get their groceries. They got to get in that boat, go a short drive up this river, tie their boat up, get in their car, go to Walmart, come back, continue living. Simple life. Alright, so this is called Gator Bayou. All these camps are people that come out here on the weekend. We call them weekend warriors. They don't live out here except for that one house. So coming on the right side of the boat, kind of hard to see, but you can have a rope swing. If you come out here in summertime months, you'll have a bunch of kids swinging off that rope, adults chilling in the water all day long on a raft, drinking a cold one, and never ever get bit by the gators. It's pretty incredible. If you come out here in the summertime, we do have lots of gators. A gator is a territorial creature, staying in a 2-mile radius the whole lifetime. So in the state of Louisiana, we have 42 known cases somebody get bit by a gator, losing a limb, losing a finger. In the state of Louisiana, nobody was ever killed from an alligator. Pretty incredible. So what happens with an alligator? Alligators like us men. Very, very, very lazy creatures. They don't want to work for food. So those saying don't feed the gators, it's true. A gator's territorial creature, 2-mile radius, it's not going nowhere. So if you start feeding that gator and it comes back and it doesn't get the free food, that's what makes them aggressive. And it's going to take out your chihuahua. And leave it alone. Don't try to trap it, tease it. Definitely don't feed it. I promise you, it will leave you alone. When I was a younger kid, we used to stay in these rivers all summer long. You would fall down, waiting for the boat to pass you up. It'd be nothing to look to the right and left, gators just staring at you. So our state tree, folks, is the bald cypress tree. It's against the law to cut that tree down. But if you look over to the right side of the boat right here, see that tree? He built his camper on that tree after Hurricane Katrina, right there on the roof, because he couldn't cut that tree down.
Ah.
So prior to 1960, they would come back here and they would clear cut this whole swamp, very sought after wood. They could stay in the water forever, termites can't do it. They were doing that wood, they had a milling operation not far from here, and they were building all that stuff in the French Quarter. All your pretty churches, everything, they was building that cypress wood. 1960, they put a ban on it, you can't build it. I mean, you can't cut it down. Alright, so if you came back here after Katrina in 05, your camp kind of looked like that if it was still here, straight off the front of the boat. You come back here, you rebuild. So a camp rebuilt, like to the left of this and to the right, is going to cost you about $50,000. And the trick is you have to have cash money because we don't have insurance out here. So if a another hurricane came and devastated this area like it did in '05, you just gamble the dice year after year, and hopefully nothing like that ever happens again. You plan for more likely to get flooded from high water river raised than hurricane. And this water is all fresh water right here. If you go fishing, you can catch bass, perch, sockeye, catfish, of course, alligator, all your freshwater types of fish. It's kind of nobody out today. It's cold. Christmas week. You come out here in the summertime, you'll have boat after boat after boat, camp after camp. Everybody's a little family out here. Hey, I'm cooking some jambalaya from over later. I'm cooking some gumbo, some bowls of crawfish. Everybody's friends out here. They don't lock the doors in case you have to get out of a storm or something. You can pull up there, go in that camp and get out the weather. Nobody really steals out here because they don't call the police. If you get caught stealing, they don't call the police out. So the elephant ears, to the right and to the left of the boat, that's called elephant ears. They're kind of dead right now, but if you come in the summertime, they're probably 3 to 5 foot high. They are not native. They were actually brought in from South Asia years ago as a food source. They would take their roots, boil the roots, and they started making a starch to cook with. We cut them things down with the weed eater or the lawnmower, and the very next day they grow right back up and be killing you. So some of the trees to be looking out for is a lot of water oaks back here. Tupelo gum when we get further back, a state tree, the wild cypress tree, and a black willow tree. Alright, so these trees that are coming up that could be hanging on top of the boat over the bayou, that's the black willow tree. That's a pretty neat tree. That black willow tree, years ago, Native Americans would take that bark, boil it, drink the water, and get rid of the headaches and backaches. Come to find out, in that tree, in that bark, you got natural aspirin. Pretty incredible. Is that a dead end up there?
Yeah.
Looks like that.
Looks like that, yeah.
Oh, man. Huh. Anybody got GPS working? Sometimes we have a little family of raccoons up there.
Uh-huh.
You know, sometimes we don't. So once I get them to come out, you usually climb in that tree, you see them come down. George! George Cooley! North American ringtail is the proper name of them. A lot of people think they're rodents. They come to the boat, go on that log or tree. So let's see, sometimes they get sick, they kill them off in pack, they get distemper like a dog would get, and they all go away from them. We'll wait here another minute. They all born blind for the first 3 months. The mother stays with them for a whole year to help them hunt. Favorite thing to eat would be little midges, stuff like that, poultry. They do travel in packs, like I said. So I had one on that log right there last this summer, and I probably had 7 or 8. I had a bunch of gators out there, and I threw them marshmallows to keep the gators away. because I think the water's a lot lower. I didn't see they had one in the weeds just sitting right there. And that gator went after that little raccoon. I'm talking inches. But the raccoon jumped in a tree and got away. But they had people on the boat. Yeah, get it, get it, get it. Like, no, we don't want them to do that. We'll wait another couple of minutes, and now we'll continue on.
From the left.
And they'll come from either side. Oh, yeah. George! George, anybody? Damn. You come in the summer, you scream like that, you can't hear your echo. And you can hear yourself through the window. Alright, y'all not coming out. We'll try on the way back, folks. We're going to continue back.
See, that's why we came out. The guy told me, he said, you got to come every season. You can see a whole different side.
Yeah. Summer's the best, I'm not going to lie. Summer's, you see everything pretty much in the summer. Sometimes you come out in the summer, they got a private vessel comes back there, a bass boat or something like that. It scares all the wildlife away. Yep. But as far as alligators, some would be the best. Wild feral hogs like the cool weather, so we might see a hog today. Hopefully, we see something. But it's not a zoo. We don't pay the animals to come out, so you never know. And these raccoons used to like the winter better than the summer. You would never see them in the summer. This summer, almost every time I come back here, I have 20 to 30 raccoons. They had one in the front jump in the boat. I was like trying to back the boat up. They had a guy there, he's got tobacco with his boots on. He goes, "I'll get it, sir." Boom! He kicks that raccoon. I'm like, oh, yeah. He didn't hurt it.
There you go. You're the raccoon. Yeah, the big one is super. Big one.
Ty говори. Я же не знаю, когда ты подпишешь. Bang. No bang.
Alright, y'all want to stand up on the right, I'm going to show you our famous tree. See this tree right here on the left side of the boat? Right here, with the knob sticking out of it? Yeah. That's called a Peggy Cypress tree. Peggy Cypress tree, pretty incredible. That tree is estimated to be over 200 years old. So how did it survive when the loggers were coming back here cutting trees down in 1960? That tree grew a fungus, maybe 20, 30 years old, and ate all the inside of that tree, so that tree's hollow. So a logger came back here, started to cut it, drill, whatever they did, and found out that tree was hollow, it wasn't worth much, so it stayed here. So that tree right there is in a famous Disney movie called The Wishing Tree. Tiana got married under that tree. Anybody know what that movie is? Nobody ever does.
No.
Princess and the Frog.
Oh, really?
I'll give you a heads up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you even took the swamp to it, sir. You didn't know it? You didn't remember?
I was letting them have, you know, I didn't want to spoil.
You wasn't listening. You came back here and you swam too? Because a lot of captains don't come back here.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Piggy Smokes! Kevin Bacon! Little Mama! Oreo! Anybody? Come on, Piggy! So the average span of a wild feral hog in a wild is 2 years old. A lot of people get mad because we feed the pigs, but these pigs back here, the oldest one we got is Oreo, is 8 years old, and they stay in this area because we feed them. In this area, so nobody comes back here and hunts them. We call them swamp toad pigs. They're kind of domesticated. They come to the boat, get a marshmallow. Sometimes they get on the front of the boat, they're 2 legs on the front. If I jump in the water with them, it would run off, they wouldn't hurt me. But if you got in contact with a really, really wild feral hog pig, and say you maybe shot at it and you fell, you're blind like the guy did, fell out of a tree stand, and that pig would hurt you, almost kill you. Because these are kind of like domesticated pigs that come out to the boat to get fed. Piggy, piggy! And they do have a YouTube video of a captain and a big, big gator, and he kept throwing that marshmallow in between a little pig, big gator, and that little pig eventually went in the water to get that marshmallow, and the gator took him down in front of everybody. They get fined for that. And I had one, I was throwing a marshmallow at the pig, kind of like right there, and the pig was going out there, out of nowhere, a big gator came. And it's on Dr. Wagner's Facebook page, and I'm like, oh, don't do this, but the pig attacks the gator. Yeah, incredible. Piggy! Let's go! Piggy, piggy!
There's one.
You see one?
Yep, straight back there. He's sitting, you can see his head kind of move side to side.
Come on,
There
piggy,
he
piggy!
is. Yeah, there he is.
Come on, girl! Go shot! Man, you had to run this one.
He's coming at us.
Come on, pork chop!
Ah, pretty huge.
Captain Austin.
You want to try?
Yes, that's right.
All you gotta do is watch some YouTube videos and start driving a smoker boat.
Their favorite food is marshmallows?
We do marshmallows because the gators, it doesn't fill them up, and it looks like an egg.
Ah.
Now, their favorite food would probably be corn. Sometimes bring corn. He's being really cautious, like he was sitting there looking at us. One more, come on.
The water is cold, I think.
Not there, you don't want to get out. Come on, pork chop. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Pork chop.
Вон. О, такие огромные.
Something rough one.
Вон, видишь?
Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Marshmallow defect, you see it's like powdered sugar. Come on, pig. Come on, piggy, piggy. Come on. You don't trust me, huh?
That's service right there.
They don't want to get in the water.
Yeah.
Just ankle deep.
Little chili, baby? There you go. You're being a pig. What's up, my buddy? How you been?
Ah, she's cleaning up.
You want to get that one over there?
Don't think of her when you go get wooed in.
Anybody want to take a piggyback ride? What are you doing? Come on, girlfriend. Oops.
She'll get this one as well.
If it opened his mouth, you would see the teeth on him. Hey, you.
So if they were to hurt you, it would be with their mouth or with their feet?
Oh no, they would with their mouth.
Their mouth.
Come on, piggy.
The ears are so
Piggy.
fluffy.
Yeah.
Come on. On 3, I'm gonna throw it. You're gonna catch it. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Oh.
How much does that one weigh?
I would say about a 125.
125. Okay.
It looks a lot bigger when it gets out the water than in the water. Huh?
It's all that thick hair.
Yeah, wild feral hog would never do this. We started just doing this by a little family of them. We came out here with feeders, corn, and they just stalked around. You had a good Christmas, buddy? What's that we got? Huh? Some marshmallows? All right, 1, 2 more. You gotta do this. 1, 2, 3.
First bounce.
All right, 1 more. Look out. 1, Show your teeth. Show your teeth. Show your teeth. Show your teeth. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
No.
It's funny how she's watching it.
Yeah.
Follows the marshmallow.
Now you got one, we call it D-row. She'll get right by the boat and she shakes like a dog.
Oh.
That's everybody.
Nope.
So what do y'all call 2 pigs tugging on a rope? Anybody? Pull pork. What do you call a pig on a hill? Lean pork.
Lean pork.
They didn't tell you them jokes when y'all did the small
What do you call a pig with no legs?
Ground pork.
That's the one.
That's my joke. They steal a lot of material. Alright, buddy, we're gonna leave you alone, okay? Alright, nice seeing you again.
Happy New Year.
You have book?
Merry Christmas.
You eat some ham? No ham, huh? Chicken? Chicken? Alright, come on this side.
Det går Leo.
At least we gotta save one pig.
She's a beaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that pig was over there looking at that other pig. That other pig came running that way, and she left and she came. Well, we're gonna continue on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Captain Chris.
Let the boat will start. 84 or higher, it's going to be a male alligator. 84 low, a female alligator. So if you go to the swamp tour, there's one of them alligators. Scott, come on. Maybe if let me think, how did I go? Just like, you can stop filming now.
Standing up on the front?
Yeah, maybe.
Careful.
That's good, that's good. Working out.
Paddle.
Yeah.
I think we off of it.
Ah, yeah.
I think we off of it. Alright, so make sure that'll be this, right?
Yeah, we are moving. Awesome.
Alright, y'all come back. I'm sorry about that.
Cool.
It's like no, it's real. It's no Disney ride.
Yeah, huh?
Видела? Great.
Thanks, Captain
Oh,
Chris.
I do appreciate the gratuity. Thank you very much, sir.
Very educational.
Come back and see us in the summer. Alligators.
Yeah, we'll see you next season. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
man. Really do appreciate that. Y'all have a good time. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
All right, you too. Happy New Year.
Just give me a sec.
All right.
My
Okay,
hands
good
are
job.
really cold.
Yeah, a little
Well,
chilly
thank
today,
you.
huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I do
Thank you.
appreciate the gratuity,
Thank you
sir.
very
Thank you
much,
much.
yeah, and have a
Where-
great one.
where you
Bye bye.
from?
We're from Michigan.
Michigan?
Driving back in a couple of days, yeah.
Oh, so you're used to the cold weather, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Actually,
thank you
yeah.
for coming out. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you too. Thank you.